Imagine waking up one day and realizing that everything you've been chasing outside yourself was always meant to be built from within you. Imagine discovering that you already carry a force so powerful it can sharpen your mind, strengthen your body, calm your emotions, and completely change how the world responds to you. Now imagine realizing that most people unknowingly throw this force away every single day. Not because they are bad people, not because they are weak, but because no one ever told them the truth. This truth isn't comfortable. It doesn't fit into modern entertainment culture, and it definitely doesn't benefit industries built on addiction and distraction. But once you hear it, you won't be able to unhear it. Inside you exists a life force, a creative energy, the same power that creates life itself. This energy is not ordinary. It's not something you can replace with coffee, motivation videos, or willpower alone. When this energy is wasted again and again, life slowly loses its color. Motivation fades, focus weakens, confidence becomes forced. You might still function, still work, still smile, but deep down, something feels off, like you're running on low battery all the time. And most people never connect the dots. They think they're lazy. They think they lack discipline. They think they need more inspiration. But the real issue is much deeper. Ancient cultures understood this clearly. They knew that the energy stored within a man was sacred. They knew it wasn't meant to be spilled carelessly. They knew it was meant to be cultivated, refined, and directed upward. Not suppressed, not feared, but mastered. In ancient teachings, this energy was seen as the foundation of vitality, intelligence, courage, and spiritual clarity. When preserved, it nourished the brain, strengthened the nervous system, and sharpened awareness. When wasted repeatedly, it weakened the body, clouded the mind, and lowered ambition. Today, we live in a world of constant stimulation. Screens everywhere. Temptation everywhere. Pleasure available instantly, without effort, without connection, without meaning. And because of that, people are more distracted, anxious, and empty than ever before. Look around. So many people feel lost. So many feel unmotivated. So many feel disconnected from themselves. This is not random. Every time you give in to unconscious pleasure, your brain learns something dangerous. It learns that effort is unnecessary. It learns that reward comes without growth. Over time, this weakens your ability to pursue long-term goals. Your dopamine system becomes dull. Simple joys stop feeling satisfying. Life starts to feel flat unless something extreme happens. And this doesn't just affect your mind. It affects your energy, your presence, the way people perceive you. Have you ever noticed how some people don't say much, but when they do, everyone listens? How some people walk calmly, confidently, without rushing, without needing attention? That isn't fake confidence. That isn't ego. That's stored energy. When you stop leaking your life force, your body begins to redistribute it. It starts feeding your brain. Your posture changes naturally. Your eyes look clearer. Your voice becomes steadier. You feel grounded instead of restless. This is why people practicing retention often report increased focus, stronger discipline, better physical performance, and deeper emotional control. It's not because they are special. It's because they stopped draining themselves. Modern science is slowly confirming what ancient wisdom already taught. Frequent overstimulation affects dopamine sensitivity, making everyday life feel less rewarding. It affects motivation, attention span, and emotional balance. After release, the body enters a recovery state. Energy drops, drive lowers. The mind seeks comfort instead of challenge. When this cycle repeats constantly, it becomes a lifestyle of weakness without people realizing it. This isn't about guilt. It's about awareness. You cannot build a powerful life while constantly draining the fuel that powers it. When you retain this energy, it doesn't disappear. It transforms. It rises. It fuels creativity. It sharpens thinking. It strengthens willpower. This is why many people experience sudden clarity, vivid dreams, stronger intuition, and heightened awareness during retention. This energy wants to move. If you don't waste it downward, it moves upward. Toward growth, toward creation, toward purpose. But this path isn't easy. Your mind will resist. Your habits will fight back. Urges will appear stronger at first because the body is adjusting. This is where most people fail. They think resistance means something is wrong. In reality, resistance means change is happening. Growth lives at the edge of discomfort. Every time you resist an urge, you are training your mind to lead instead of obey. You are building real discipline, not motivation based on mood, but strength based on choice. Over time, urges lose their power, not because you suppress them, but because your mind becomes cleaner. Your thoughts become clearer. This is where mental mastery begins. Lust starts in the mind, not the body. The moment a thought appears, you either feed it or replace it. Fighting thoughts doesn't work. Suppressing them makes them stronger. The key is redirection. The moment an unhelpful thought appears, you shift focus. To your breath, to your work, to something meaningful. Over time, your mind learns new pathways. This is how wet dreams and unconscious release slowly reduce. Not through fear, but through mental training. Physical movement also plays a huge role. When energy builds up, it must move. Exercise, walking, stretching, and breathwork help circulate this energy instead of letting it stagnate. A strong body supports a strong mind. A disciplined routine creates stability. As weeks pass, something interesting happens. You feel calmer, less reactive, less desperate for stimulation. You begin to enjoy silence. You start thinking deeper. Your conversations improve. People sense something different about you, even if they can't explain it. This isn't about becoming emotionless or distant. It's about becoming centered, present, alive. This practice is not about rejecting intimacy or connection. It's about mastering your energy instead of being controlled by it. True power is choice. True freedom is control over yourself. Some traditions call the highest state of this mastery brahmacharya. Not just physical restraint, but purity of thought, intention, and direction. It's not repression, it's transformation. Repression leaks energy through other ways. Transformation refines it. When practiced sincerely, this path brings mental clarity, emotional stability, physical strength, and spiritual depth. Pain and suffering often come from unconscious habits repeated for years. When you begin conserving your life force, you slowly untangle yourself from that suffering. You become kinder, more patient, more aware. This is why many people report feeling more compassionate, more connected, and more peaceful as they continue. Even relationships change. When desire is no longer controlling you, love becomes deeper, less needy, less reactive, more real. Many conflicts between people are driven by uncontrolled desire and emotional imbalance. When those calm down, connection improves. This path is not popular because it requires responsibility. It requires self-honesty. It requires effort. But nothing extraordinary comes without effort. The reward is not just confidence or attraction. The reward is alignment. You start feeling like yourself again. Like the version of you that was buried under habits and distractions. If you commit to even 30 days of conscious retention and you observe yourself honestly, you will notice changes. Energy levels rise, focus sharpens, dreams become vivid. Motivation feels natural instead of forced. This is not about counting days. It's about changing direction, choosing growth over comfort, creation over waste, awareness over impulse. Every decision you make either feeds your higher self or drains it. Every moment is a choice. The power is already in you. The question is simple. What are you going to do with it?